Medium term to long term, it's an outstanding industry to be in, fantastic, because it can't help but grow. Organized QSR, while it is good, let's say 30% of the total food service market, which is pegged at, let's say, something around 48, 50 billion US dollars as we speak, but slated to grow at 11%, but organized part will probably grow at 16, 18%. So to my mind, it is the right time to be in this industry. And if you go by trajectory followed by this industry anywhere in the world, let's say if China is a placeholder, it's going to be an outstanding ride. Having said that, at the present moment as we speak, there's a bit of a downturn. The industry is going through a bit of a upheaval time. But these short-term issues will always be there. One shouldn't get too daunted by what's happening in the short term. I think you should have to focus on the medium term and long term. Outstanding place to be in. It all has to start with the consumer. Is the consumer there? He's there. Is the consumer changing, adopting new, whatever trends are available, adopting new cuisines and so on? Is it that happening? Yes. You have to pick up a leaf from how other countries, which are, let's say, 5, 10, 15 years ahead of us in the life cycle stage of, let's say, the food service industry. There are obliteration rates. There are the local chains which don't end up doing too well. The multinational brands come in and they kind of become almost omnipresent. But today, if you look at even markets like, let's say, China, if you look at Philippines, if you look at Indonesia, Malaysia, there are local chains which started bit of, hit and trial here and there, but today some of them have thousands of stores. So I think you got to be dogged, you got to be there, the consumer is sitting there, and as this change gets catalyzed, in terms of organized food service becoming an integral part of the lifestyle of people, I think there will be Indian chains which should get into the hundreds, 200s, 500s and so on. The day is not too far. I think it will be all across. No doubt to start with, it will be, the cuisines which actually end up doing the best, or which often research says is basically the North Indian. Chinese, for example, has got a lot of scope in India, South Indian as well. But over a period of time, they'll also be, the QSR will of course play a big role, the burger guys, the pizza people and so on and so forth. The coffee chains will also kind of swell. But I would also say that there is a lot of opportunity which is going to come in fine dining. It's opportunity going to come in casual dining growth also. QSR will of course lead this always. The growth rates are expected to be higher. But I can see almost growth coming overall, and it becoming an integral part of the GDP of the country. We were the first company to do an IPO, so to that extent it became a benchmark. There were not very many comparables at that stage. Who do you compare a food service company with? A typical FMCG? Are we a quasi-FMCG? And so on and so forth. But I think what it has done is, it has done lots of things. One, it has brought in a lot of private equity money into this industry. Not big sums, small tranches, but multiple transactions, which means the private equity guys clearly see that there is a lot of money to be made in this industry. A couple of more companies have already gone IPO. Some of them are clearly staking claim and saying that we'll do IPO in the next few years. I'm also told that even going beyond just food retail, even in the retail space in general, there are franchisees, there are companies which are saying that if Jubilant has done it, why can't we do it? There is so much of money to be made. I would say, while still early days, and there are not very many companies globally who, at this level who have gone, public, but I would say if it has been an inspiration for a lot of companies to even think going public, mobilizing money, which has historically been an issue in this industry, we are happy that, it's inspiring a lot of people. Domino's, when it was started in 1960 by Tom Monaghan, the founder, visionary in his own ways, because even in that year, that time, 1960s, he realized that there would be a time when there would be a premium on time, and as a result, food delivered at home, driven by a lot of, call them demographic changes and lifestyle changes, and women started working more, double income, no kids, paucity of time, and so traffic congestions and so on. He could foresee that. I think that's a part of our heritage. So even when we came in India, while we didn't spend too much time in the beginning to kind of embed this position of ours as being leaders in delivery, we took the first few years to kind of bring pizza into the discussion, because before that, pizza was nowhere in the discussion. India had hardly any pop and mom stores and so on. But once we did all that well, we realized that we had to embed ourselves in the minds of the consumer as a delivery expert. And what else by kind of announcing 30 minutes nahi to free. In most other markets where we kind of do this, we don't give it entirely free, but just to kind of create almost an indomitable proposition, non-me tooable, which competition would take a lot of years to kind of replicate. We went the whole hog and said 30 minutes nahi to free, supported it with some astute advertising, and the results are there to see. We are today 67% of the pizza market, more than 75% of the pizza delivery market. So these are numbers which kind of give us a lot of satisfaction. I think it starts and stops with customers. I would say two types of customers: internal customers who are delivering that service, and the consumer who's coming and kind of buying your proposition. I think both are mission critical for success. Over the years, as we have shifted, I won't say focus, but as we have also given as much emphasis to dine-in business, because we realized in India, while delivery customers are there, but there is a significant portion of customers also who like stepping out of their home along with friends, families, over the weekends or even otherwise, to kind of sit in a good congenial environment and consume your product. The pull of our brand was so strong, the product pull, that there are consumers telling us compellingly that we want to come to your stores and sit there. So we have built over the last 5-6 years dine-in centric stores also. While all our communication is delivery centric, we build our stores delivery centric, but there is a lot of focus on the consumer consuming within the store. So as a result, today we have taken the customer satisfaction measure to an extent where Khushiyon Ki home delivery, as you may be aware of, we have a Khushiyon Ka meter for every store. So that meter is a scientific way of telling us that how happy are customers when they come to the store. So that is the extent to which we believe customer service plays a role.